afternoon and welcome to the Early Edge in 5, powered by SportsLine. I'm Grace Remington. We got a busy show again, but before we begin, you know what to do. Please like this video, subscribe to the SportsLine YouTube channel, and jump in that live chat where it's always a party. And if you're listening later, please subscribe wherever you download or listen to your pods. It helps us bring all of these picks to you. Let's take a look at how we did last night. 2-4 overall. Not our best day, but it's okay. Baseball is a streaky sport. One of us went over. Should we give him another chance? Dear chat, please let us know. It is TBD at this point. More picks, though, from our Early Edge cappers tonight on HQ. Matt Snyder and Larry Hartstein will be live betting the board and previewing the MLB night games at the 6 p.m. Eastern hour. And you see that 1 o'clock hour? I was there, Chip was there, Proppy was there, Snides was there too. That was a really fun show. If you missed it, do not fret because CBS Sports HQ runs on a loop up until 6 o'clock. So please go to the CBS Sports app, to cbssports.com/live or Paramount Plus and catch up on all the action. All right, let's bring in the crew now. And we got a good one today, folks. It's Mike Barner, Propstarz, AB, and EC. EC, I honestly am surprised. I was expecting the bag of shame to come out today. But what happened? Did Cubby eat it?
No, Cubby did not eat the bag of shame, Grace, fortunately. But the good news is we're back to the undershirt because I went without it the last few days. And it's been rough. It's been a rough last 2 days. Got to go back to what works.
Well, that explains it. We are very stitious on this show, okay? So you got to stick with what works. We're also extra smart on this show. Some of us are. Due to day baseball, our slate of games is cut in half. So we got to be extra sharp combing these boards for the best bets. 6 games left for us on the schedule. Mikey B, I know you're not going to let us down. Please take us away.
All right, so I got 2 plays for the night action here. First, we'll do the Blue Jays-Giants game. We'll take the Blue Jays on the money line. That's -150 on DraftKings. Injuries, they're starting to pile up for the Giants. Mike Yastrzemski, he's on the injured list. Michael Conforto went down with a hamstring injury yesterday, probably not going to play today. Those two have combined hit 22 home runs, so not having them is big. Chris Bassett pitching for the Blue Jays. He has a 2.72 ERA and a 0.82 whip at home. The Giants are going to start Keaton Winn. He has a 4.35 ERA and a 1.65 whip at AAA. Mostly going to be a bullpen game here. Blue Jays have the 8th highest OPS in baseball. So when you add that to that great pitching matchup here, we'll take them on the money line. Then a bit of a different one for me. We're going to do the Red Sox-Marlins game. No runs first inning at -115. Here's a crazy stat for you. The no-run first inning has hit in about 69% of the Marlins games this season. The pitching matchup is Jesus Luzardo against Brian Bayo. Now, Bayo has not allowed a run in the first inning in 9 of 12 starts. Luzardo has not allowed a run in the first inning in 14 of his 16 starts. So despite the Fenway Park factor here, I still like no runs first innings for the Marlins and the Red Sox.
All right. Love it, Mikey B. And honestly, Fenway Park can be a little fluky when it comes to run scoring. Sox trying to avoid the sweep there at Fenway tonight. But you know, the sweep we're all rooting for tonight is the AB3. And according to the chat, AB, you are the Human Torch. I'm wondering if you are feeling that way after your expired Red Bull on the morning show today.
Oh, it was brutal. All right. I'm just glad that we're not doing the show live from the emergency room, right? Now, here's the thing. The tough part last night. All right. So Schwarber comes through. Jack's, dude, just a nice, beautiful double. Takes care of it. Run scored in. Pete Alonso hit all the way around to third. Ready to score. We're going to have a perfect night. Ugh, doesn't get in. It was tough. We were 1 away. But that's okay. Now, here's the thing. Old school Early Edge crew members will remember this. The AB3. It is back today. And how this game works is this. We put together a simple parlay to double our money. And then if it hits, we continue tomorrow and the day after until this thing busts. Our record is 11 in a row. All right. So I would like to go ahead and break that, but it all starts with 1. So what we're going to do, all right, 3 legs, Blue Jays, Phillies, Rockies, team total over 3.5. They're parlayed. All right. I get it. Understand. But this is how the game works. So the Blue Jays, Phillies, Rockies all have to get to 4 runs or more tonight. If it hits, we'll take our plus 192 and we will roll it into tomorrow. and show you how to take some of the money back, save it, put some here, and get us some nice tokens for the weekend. So anybody who missed it, we haven't played this game in a long, long time. It's back. Let's do it. Let's have a little luck here.
All right. Love it. Yeah, I was going to say, when we had our college football show on 24/7 Sports during the fall, we had the AB3 every Friday. Yep. So you brought that nostalgia back. I'm glad it's here. Capper Taylor in the chat says, I think Frack slump can be attributed to no Frick. That makes some sense. That really does.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. There was just something else I had to say. John Cave says, the only way to go is up, EC. I have faith in the Fruit of the Loom comeback. So the undershirt, yes, we are putting our trust in that. Okay, let me tell you guys a little story, people who are listening. A few of us, me, AB, and Specty, got to meet EC's mom a few weeks ago. If you're watching, Mrs. Cohen, you're amazing. We love you. Thank you for being here. But when we asked her about EC, she said this quote, and this is a direct quote. She said, we are keeping him because the 90-day warranty is up. So after last night, I would like to say thank you, Mrs. Cohen, for the quote, because that is the mentality we are taking on today. And with that, EC, please, your picks.
Yes, Grace, I'm glad the warranty is still in existence for now. So we're going to try a different type of bet tonight, one that I have never played on Early Edge in 5, and that is the over in combined hits in the Cardinals-Astros game. You can do this on DK at -120. So I had this whole logic lined up. Last night, the line was 16.5, and every game that Adam Wainwright has pitched in this season has gone over 16.5. So there have been 17 or more combined hits in every game. Of course, they raised the line to 17.5, which totally screws up my logic. But we know at least it's close enough. 17 or more hits in every game Wainwright has pitched this season because he's given up 7 or more hits in 8 of 9 games. There have been 15 and 22 hits thus far in the series. Both teams depleted their bullpens yesterday, used 5 pitchers each. Expect the starters, Wainwright and JP France, to go longer into this game, give up, at least 6 or more hits each. We will rely on the bullpen to give up a few more. And let's try to cash this for the first time playing it here on the program. All right, then we'll get back to our normal type of bets. The Mets need to even this series against the Brewers. And if they're going to do it, it's because of Brandon Nimmo. Is over 2.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs is plus 125. He's 3 for 5 lifetime against Adrian Hauser. He's over this number in 4 of his last 6, has 26 multi-hit games this season, and all 10 of his home runs are against right-handed pitching. Can he go Yahtzee tonight? Yeah, it seems like a good time to do it. The Mets need this game to keep their season afloat. And finally, a guy that's been absolutely on fire is Bo Bichette, over 1.5 total bases at -130. Now, this correlates with AB's play. Bichette has a 13-game hitting streak. He's over this 1.5 total bases in 10 of his last 12 games. So if he doesn't hit it, you can blame me tonight. He has 9 doubles in June, nearly matching his season total at this point. Just give us 1 double. I need to feel like what a win is again, you know? Come on, Bo Bichette. At least give me something.
EC's mom has so many fans in the chat. I really hope she's here to witness this.
She will be reading. I can tell you that. Yes.
Okay, good. AB, I want to go back to you for just a second because Zach Phelps asks, is there a way to do alternate team totals on DraftKings? Just wanted to make sure we all understood how to make your play.
Yep. Yeah, you can. So, so first off, I put this together on Caesar Sportsbook. All right. So that's where I went with. If you go to runs under each game, you'll see away team total, home team total. That's where I put it together. You just parlay those. But yeah, DraftKings, FanDuel, wherever that you can, not manipulate, but yeah, alternate, right? 100%. Just put those together. And if you want to put it down, if you want to go, 2.5, 3 on some of them, do your thing.
All right. Thank you for that. Proppy, you have earned the Maestro spot today. And by the way, everyone, Proppy was on HQ earlier. We gave out like 5 picks. It was a lot. They were really good. Like I mentioned earlier, in case you missed it, that our show is on loop until 6 o'clock. So go watch on the CBS Sports app. But Proppy, you got a couple picks for us today on this show. What you got?
I do indeed, Grace. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Also wanted to give a shout out to Mrs. Cohen if she is in the chat. But we are going to start off with the Red Sox on the money line. I love this spot for the Red Sox. I know they've lost 4 consecutive games. They are in jeopardy of being swept by the Miami Marlins, but I like their chances to bounce back in this spot. Brian Bayo on the mound. He has been the best pitcher in the American League since May 1st. Over his last 10 starts, he has given up either 2 earned runs or fewer in 9 of those games. He's been absolutely fantastic. Jesus Luzardo on the mound for Miami. He's not pitched very well on the road, and he has really struggled. This Red Sox lineup is also very good against opposing lefties. So I like this matchup quite a bit for Boston. I think they avoid being swept at home tonight. Then we're going back to the mean streets for a prop. It's been a minute, but I love this spot. It's Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers over 1.5 total bases. Listen, this checks all the boxes I look for. It is juicy, minus 150. Shop around maybe a little bit, but this is just a really good spot for Freeman against the Rockies at Coors Field. Chase Anderson on the mound for Colorado. His ERA is up close to 10 in the month of June. He's been one of the worst starters in baseball. He really struggles versus opposing southpaws and left-handed hitters, which Freeman is one of the best lefties in baseball. He also has great career splits against Anderson. So I think he's certainly going to hit at least a double, a pair of singles, maybe a triple, maybe a home run or 2. So yeah, I love Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases as well.
Love this spot against Chase Anderson. And I mentioned it earlier on HQ, Freeman on the road with the Dodgers. You always want to look at home and away on these batter props because they get the top of the 9th inning as an extra chance to cash those bets. Rick in the chat says, we need EC's mom on the show to make a pick. A parlay, maybe? We've talked about this before. Do we think it's possible? EC?
Well, I can tell you, Grace, she just texted me and said, quote, I want to make a parlay. So she is watching and appreciates the nice, kind words from everyone in the chat. She may or may not be in the chat, but I will not give that away.
Wow. We love to see it. All right, let's get to the recap screen, folks, because we are already over time, but of course, it is all fun. Great picks here. EC's picks today, he's got the Stros cards over 17.5 combined hits at minus 120 in the Brewers Mets. He's got Brandon Nimmo over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Bo Bichette over 1.5 total bases in the Giants Blue Jays game. Proppy's on the Red Sox money line at plus 100. Then he's back in the mean streets with Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases in the Dodgers Rockies. Mikey B on the Blue Jays money line at minus 150 and the Marlins Red Sox no run first inning at minus 115. And the AB3 makes its majestic return at plus 192. Blue Jays, Phillies, and Rockies team total over 3.5 for each of those. All right, folks, the Early Edge will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. This crew will be back tomorrow at 4. Don't forget to watch The Maestro and Matt Snyder tonight on CBS Sports HQ at 6 o'clock Eastern. For Mikey B, AB, Proppy, and even EC, I'm Grace Remington. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the pay window.